come have a pregnancy evening routine with me and let me tell you about all the hacks I have been researching for wrinkles and skincare and all the anti-aging stuff that you can't do when you're pregnant. I have been doing the research for you, and I'm going to give you the lowdown on the things that actually produce results. Today was a really full day. I don't usually do this in depth of an evening routine every day, but it was a really full day and I was just really feeling the need for some extra self-care. So started with a bath. I love doing Epsom salt. And then there's a different kind of bubble bath that I use that's specifically for sore muscles, which when you're pregnant, you have a lot of more aches and pains and things like that. So did that. Scarlett wanted to be with me. Then, first hack I'm going to tell you about is this red light therapy. It does red light and blue light therapy, and it massages you as well. It's completely hands-free. It does not need to be plugged in while you're using it, which is bonus number one. Number two, red light therapy, doing it every single day on your skin actually stimulates collagen and reduces wrinkles. And I've noticed a huge difference in just making my Botox last longer. You can't do Botox when you're pregnant. So I've been figuring out all the things, and I have been so excited because I don't think I'm going to get Botox as often now when I'm done. Second hack is the New Face. I don't even know what it's called, but it's the New Face device. And it's a stimulator. It actually stimulates your muscles in your face. And so it lifts everything. If you do this fairly consistently, I try to do it once a week, maybe twice a week, it actually lifts your face, and it's amazing. It gives you an instant facelift. You'll see it. Then I have a specific skincare that I put on that has actual, what is it called? The stuff that's in Botox that actually makes your muscles not move, it has that in it. So I put that on topically since I can't be getting that right now. And it's definitely made my Botox last because guys, I'm not getting it. And I look pretty good, pretty wrinkle free, huh? And I used to get it every 4 months. I was that person. So between the three of those things, I'm feeling pretty good about anti-aging stuff and realizing there's so many other options out there besides Botox. So I'm really excited to go down the more natural path with that. Then we decided to have some game time as a family. We are loving the game Monopoly Deal. If you haven't tried it, it's super fun. It's Monopoly, but card game style, and it's a lot faster moving than regular Monopoly. It's 15 minutes or less that you're playing. So it moves really fast, which keeps my attention span a lot better because I get bored with long card games. I had a little snack while we were playing. I typically have a snack even after dinner. And then I have some before bedtime supplements and things that I take. First up is magnesium. It's huge for leg cramps. If you're pregnant, this stuff is amazing for that and also keeping you regular. And then I have a few other things that I take before bed that also help with keeping you regular, probiotics, things like that. So getting those down. Does anyone else feel like they take a million pills when they're pregnant and it's hard to get them all down? Or is it just me? No? Then I was ready to go upstairs and start unwinding for bed. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to bed earlier than my family most nights. I need this extra sleep right now and I have no shame. So I'm doing that. Something I'm trying to prioritize right now while I'm pregnant is evening stretches before bed. I wouldn't exactly call it yoga. I'm not a yoga teacher, but I have done yoga enough to know some poses, some moves, and you get extra achy when you're pregnant. You need more stretching. And something I've learned that I did not know is that the more mobility you have during pregnancy, the more mobility the baby has to move around inside of you, the better off for the baby. You can even prevent things like tongue ties, things like that, based on how mobile the baby is in your womb. So I'm really trying to stay on top of my mobility, stretching, making sure that I'm preventing getting super stiff to also help the baby. It's really interesting research. If you want to look into it, you can look it up. I'm also going to the chiropractor about once a week, and that helps too. And I definitely recommend that during pregnancy. As a side note, I took out my extensions almost 2 years ago in July. It'll be 2 years in July when I was pregnant with Sterling. And I've been working on getting my hair healthy ever since and growing it out and really taking care of it. And I'm so happy with where it's at. It's finally hitting the point where it's feeling good. It's feeling healthy. It doesn't feel strangly and thin and all the things from extensions for years. Okay, so you want to hear like a classic pregnancy story, and this is not the first time this has happened to me. I have not been sick like this whole pregnancy, and then in the last month, I've gotten sick twice. And one time was at a restaurant. I met my friend. I show up to this restaurant with my friend. And by the time I get there, I'm like, oh no. You know that feeling where you're like, I've waited too long and now I'm going to be sick? Yes, that feeling. So we order our food. We sit down. It actually comes pretty fast. And I'm like, okay, maybe, just maybe, I'm going to make it. So I start eating. I start with like brown rice and sweet potatoes, like carbs, hoping that this is going to work. Then all of a sudden, I feel it coming up and I'm like, oh no, here it comes. So I run back to the bathroom. Both of the bathrooms are taken. And I have like literally nothing I can do except puke into my hands because both the bathrooms are taken. I'm waiting for a stall. So I literally am in the corner puking into my hands. It's going everywhere till finally someone comes out. And then I go into the bathroom and I clean myself up. And I was like, oh my God, I cannot believe that just happened. It was like everywhere, you guys. Splattered all over my shoes, all over the wall, it's like all over the floor. Yes, after I cleaned myself up, I told someone, hey, there's a mess outside the bathroom so they could clean it up. I sit back down and start eating. I'm like, hey, maybe the worst is over. Take a few bites. I'm like, oh, I just don't feel like eating this food. So I stop eating. I'm trying to focus on what my friend is saying. And no, here it comes again. So I'm like, I have to go to the bathroom again. So I go back to the bathroom. This time, not only are both of them taken, there is a line of people waiting. And I was like, I am not puking in front of these people waiting. So I book it out the restaurant, literally leave the restaurant, go out the door, across the parking lot to the farthest corner in the parking lot and find a bush, which is still in front of a street, by the way, and start puking my guts out into a bush. And as I'm puking my guts out into a bush, a car slowly pulls up behind me and parks in the spot literally right next to me. And I was like, really, dude? Like, you couldn't have parked anywhere else? It actually wasn't a dude, it was a woman. But finished my puking session in the bush, went back inside, clean myself up, sit down with my friend, and I'm like, yeah, I think I need to go home now. So I beat a quick retreat with that one, but I've got to say, not the first time I've actually puked in a bush outside of a restaurant pregnant. Who's with me? What is your most embarrassing puking story being pregnant? I've got to know. You got to tell me in the comments. So that is it for my pregnancy evening routine. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Tell me in the comments below what you want to see next or your best pregnancy puking story, and I will see you next time.